Welcome back. My name is Mark McDonald and I'm doing a book review on The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Today I want to talk about Chapter 9, Mastering Yourself. And what I want to talk about today here is actually a piece about, we're talking about course correction. Now we're all on a bit of a long journey here. The book's about taking small steps on achieving your journey. So what I want to talk about is we're always on this journey, but we're always going to go slightly off direction, off the journey, and it's about doing course corrections. Now The Slight Edge talks about a book about the trip to the moon, when we put Armstrong onto the moon for the first time, and a lot of people don't realise that, well, they probably thought that this trip to the moon was going from point A to B, and it was the most efficient way of getting there because we only had so much fuel and all the computers were so sophisticated and they were able to get them straight right on the dot. Well, that didn't happen. Apparently 29 minutes out of 30 minutes the ship was off course. Now it wasn't going veering off like this, they were doing slight changes, course corrections. That is your life, that's my life. We're always going to go slightly off track and just doing those slight course corrections versus the big corrections that sometimes you need to do when your success curve goes off and you start not doing the things that are really important to you. So what I talked about here is actually about a thing called PDCA. It's called Plan, Do, Check and Act, and it's a mechanism I use a lot with my Lean Six Sigma career as a Lean Six Sigma expert, about process improvements, about continuous improvement. And PDCA is something that's been utilised within the Toyota, within the Japanese car manufacturing companies, but refined particularly with Toyota, who's now the leading car manufacturer in the world. When you think of Toyota car, you think of quality. And they utilise this PDCA approach, and it is simply about course corrections. So you've got a goal, you want to do something, you develop a plan. So how are we going to achieve that? And in that plan you define exactly how you're going to measure success. And then you go and do. Then you go and get busy and start doing what we plan to do. And at some stage you need to, on a regular basis, need to check in on what we are doing. Are we actually achieving what we expected to be doing? And then you adjust your plan. Now, it sounds very, very simple, but the problem is, quite often, the simple things don't get done. So we've got a plan, we're going to do the job. Do, yes, this is what we're going to do. We do what we said we're going to do, we check it. And this is the part that often gets missed. Often you don't go back and check it. Often people have their plan that lasts the whole year. And at the end of the year they go, well, and you try and assess on how people achieved or not achieved their performance. And you go, well, this hasn't really achieved it. But it's not relevant anymore. Your plan's moved on, but you haven't documented, you haven't taken people along the journey, and all of a sudden your ship's off course. So doing this on a regular basis is essential for success in the business, and it's a key tool around the Lean Six Sigma. And it's mentioned within The Slight Edge, because it's about course corrections, constantly doing small course corrections. So I hope you found that useful. My name again is Mark McDonald, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks very much. Goodbye.